Yeah. So if you see here, earlier whenever we have done, the primary server was this one. When we initially started schema creation and executing this one. Later, when we made the first instance down and waited for few seconds to reboot the instance, this started responding. We are able to query from MySQL workbench, right? We are getting the queries. So now the secondary server is acting as primary server, and the primary server is wind up. So in order to check whether this is a secondary server or not, so if you go and do again NS lookup, if you see here, this is the second results which we got. Okay, now this secondary has become the primary one. So this is completely different mission, this completely different mission. Okay, so now see, now again, if you make this mission down, this should be upright, correct? So once this is up, we must verify whether the same IP will come or not. Let us try that one as well. Do you understand the context what we are trying to do here? So initially this was primary one. Okay, so after the restart, so this has become secondary RDS mission, and below is the primary mission, correct? So this is our primary mission now. Now when you restart this mission, okay, so when you restart new primary mission, which is this, it should reboot and make this mission, I mean this mission as primary mission. Okay, sure. Are you clear what we are trying to do? First check is we have verified our first primary server, which is our first primary server. 199 is our first primary server. Later we have restarted. After restarting, we have tried in MySQL workbench. It took some amount of time to give the response. Why? Because this has been gone down and the secondary server has become the primary mission and it started responding. Okay, now what we will do, now the secondary primary mission which has become now, we will restart this mission, which is 196 mission. Once we restart this one, this should become secondary again and 199 should be primary again. Okay, this is what we are trying to do. Any questions here? Okay, let's go to reboot this mission. Active reboot, undo with a failover. Yeah, the mission has started rebooting. Go to MySQL and try to execute. It's taking some amount of time because the secondary server is not available now. The primary is not available. You should go and trigger the secondary server and get the response for the user. Okay, now we are killing this one, and this is primary now. So when we kill this primary, this will become secondary and this should become primary again. Now again, when you do NS lookup on our endpoint, this address is 199, right? Yeah, this address should be available for us. Okay, let's try. So if you see here, now it is already mapped to 199. Let me copy this and put. So from 196, when you try to restart the 196 machine, so it should reboot and make 199 as primary. Now you have seen this, right? 199 primary. Now if you go to workbench and hit, you should get the results here from 199. means whatever the results you are getting now from this mission you are trying to get. So it's and the zone also should have been changed back. So this zone was not reflecting very fast. So that's the reason. Let us see inside. Yeah. So this will take around 10-15 minutes to change. Definitely the zone should change. That's the reason it was not changing that quickly. That's why someone has suggested you can go and verify through NS lookup. That's the reason I'm showing through here. Okay.
So do you think it's the instance size? I'm sorry, the size which we selected was making, I mean, did make a difference last time? Because we pretty much followed the same step.
Same steps. Not sure.
There
No.
was one more different. The password. Password was
No,
different, right?
No.
it was different as well.
Come on, Salesh. Yeah. So questions. So try this. It will be a bit good to do this lab. You will get, instead of listening this practical theory and practical thing, if you do hands-on while doing, you will get many doubts after while creating these configurations other times. So once you do this lab successful and verify this lab, like validating like this, right, using this one, which is becoming primary, which is becoming secondary, you will understand this concept more better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if no questions,